All right, gang, we're back here with another THPC quick hit. I've got Mike Baker from Sentry Enterprises here. So, Mike, first time at my Secure Miami?
It sure is. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so we were just talking, you're from Austin, Texas.
Correct.
Right? So made the trip out here. My understanding is new relationship between Sentry Enterprises and Digital Era Group. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is correct. We've been working with them about a month. And
wow.
So they invited me to come down to the show and work with them down here and meet the executive staff. And it's been a fantastic show. They've been really, really welcoming, and they see the value in what we do.
So what does Sentry Enterprises do? Talk to me about, give me kind of the big picture, and then maybe we can dive a little bit deeper into the value prop.
Sure. In our industry now, you're starting to see a convergence of physical security along with the cybersecurity side. And the two teams are talking to each other inside each company. And we're seeing more and more of that. In fact, I was on a call with a county out in California, and the gentleman actually said that on the call. And that was one of my lines, and I was very happy that he used it, that, we're seeing this trend.
Right.
And so what we provide is the highest level of security you can get right now in a credential. So it provides FIDO2 login for laptops and desktops on the cyber side, but it also works with physical security, for doors and gates and things of that such. And it's also an ID card. So three, use cases in one use case are in one solution. And there's a lot of value in that, especially with the heightened security you're going to get with the solution.
So, being back in the military days when I was in, and maybe a little bit after, they had the CAC card, right? The Common Access Card. Is that what?
Correct.
Is this similar to that, or
It
is this in a similar way?
It is. And in fact, we're working with some agencies right now.
Understood.
We're talking to them. That is one of the goals, is to hopefully replace a lot of those with this card because of the value that it brings, the heightened security, even over that, our CAC or PIF card.
Got it.
It's much more secure and more flexible.
Got it. Okay, so my brain goes to the inflexibility. You just hit that on the head. So talk to me about how more flexible it is. Like, what's the difference now? Why is it different?
So our card is a biometrically bound card to you. So if this is my card here, it's bound to me.
Okay.
Nobody in the world can use this card but me. Yeah, and so you enroll your fingerprints on this little element here, at least 2, up to 9, depending on what the customer wants. But we will put our fingerprints on here, and then when I go to a door, I have to know what kind of door system they're using.
Right.
We'll program that into the card. But only I can use this card to get into a door, and there's no denying that was me going through that door.
So no tailgating.
No tailgating. We've got cards that light
no
up.
borrowing cards.
Nope. It's completely unshareable. We like to say, if it's shareable, it's not secure. And so all our competitors that I know about are shareable. And, I could give you a competitor's key, and you can add a fingerprint to it, and then you can hand that key in a pin, and then somebody else can go and put their credential on there.
Right.
And it's completely shareable, which is crazy. So we've solved that problem on the physical side and the logical cybersecurity side.
Interesting. Okay, so you said Sentry Enterprises is a relatively new company. Can you talk to me a little bit about its history and?
Yeah, we've been in the fintech industry for several years, in the credit card industry. Most of your credit cards that you're probably going to have in your wallet have our insides in them.
Oh, okay.
And then we would ship them off to a Gemalto Talus or an Idemia, and then they would finish the card off.
Got it.
In fact, we're releasing our own card that it's got some really cool features to it. It actually blinks up, and you can make your logo shine and things on it. So it's very interesting. But we've been doing that for a long time. And since, I guess in the last 4 or 5 years, we started going down the biometric security road. And we've had 3 iterations of the card. And each time we do that, the costs have come down. We've passed that on to the customer.
Yeah.
When they first came out, they were really expensive.
Of course.
They were $90 to $100 per card.
Wow.
Yeah, and then 36 to 42, depending on what you want on the card and what you want it to do. And now we're down in the $23 range. And I've got customers going it's disposable now as far as the cost. You don't want to lose it,
right?
Because you have to get another one. But we've got references out there that are actually using the card in such a way that they've gotten rid of certain fees that they had to pay,
Right,
or they're
right.
making money off the card, per employee.
Right.
So it's really interesting.
And so I got one step ahead of you because I always try to ask what's next, but it sounds like you guys are developing your own card besides this, right? So coming out in the future.
Yes, we've got our own credit card.
Young
It's been
credit
announced.
card.
It's coming out. And it's got the blinking screen in it.
Love it.
But with that screen, we can do many things with it. We can put photographs in it. We can put a rolling QR codes or rolling numbers, whatever the customer wants. We can put in that thin touch screen. It's very, very thin.
Interesting.
And so that's our new credit card.
Got
But
it.
this card's been about 4 or 5 years old.
And so this one, you said fully FIDO2
Correct.
compliant.
That's
So
right.
like if you've got not to mention any other names, YubiKey or other type of key, this could take that place as well as your physical. So now we're consolidating down. I think
Yes.
that's if I had to like pull it down to one thing, like that's the
Yes.
attractiveness. I can have this into one
Correct.
piece that covers all those.
It's the convergence of physical and logical in
Love it.
one offering, and customers are just going wild about it. I was actually at a trade show in Austin last week, and 3 or 4 companies came up and they said, "Where have you been? I've been looking for this.
Yeah.
We see this coming, and I'm as busy as I've ever been."
That's awesome. Oh, it's great to be busy,
So,
of course.
yes.
All right, guys, that's another THPC quick hit, if I can say it correctly. I got Mike Baker from Sentry Enterprises here, just hitting it with the next gen. It looks like on the crossing of cyber and physical security. So I'd say check them out. We're all about innovation here at THPC. Would love to. Great for having you on. Thanks.
Well,
Thanks
thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you.